for The Last Reunion by Nussbaum and Nussbaum. This is the second reading, beginning inside the first chapter. John Snyder stood up, tucked his old leather gloves inside his sleeves, yanked his cap over his ears, and moved to the back door. Hand on the knob, he hesitated again, and then he headed out. The piled up snow fell into the kitchen and blew across Sarah Rainey's floor in a gust. John put his hand up across his eyes, peering through the swirling whiteness for some kind of landmark. He knew where the steps should be, 3 short ones to the ground. His right foot ventured downward and found a solid step. He wiggled his left foot carefully through the soft snow and found the second. As he started for the third, he heard Sarah behind him. "Close the door!" He had forgotten. Maybe she would get it. Suddenly his right foot caught against something buried in the snow. He lost his balance and pitched forward face first into a deep, stinging powder, filling his nose and mouth with frigid softness, choking him. It jammed inside the collar of his coat and up the sleeves around his wrists. The numbing pain was so sudden and intense that for an instant John accepted his fate. He was going to freeze to death as he had imagined, right outside the door. The sound of Sarah's voice brought him to his senses. "For land's sakes, John, be more careful. What are you doing?" She shivered with the rush of frigid air as John struggled to his feet, then leaned over again to poke in the snow at the bottom of the steps. "Look at this. Tripped on it going out," John said as he lifted something large out of the snowdrift. He brushed it off and carried it in across the slippery linoleum to the kitchen table. Sarah closed the door with a heavy thud before joining John in scrutiny. It was a wicker picnic basket with a handle and a well-worn quilt for a cover. John scooped snow off the quilt and slowly lifted one corner back. His heart sank when he saw it. The tiny ashen blue face of an infant. It looked like an exquisitely formed, strangely colored porcelain doll. He stepped back and nudged Sarah forward. Let her take over from here. Let her have the difficult job of lifting out a dead baby. Sarah scooped out more snow and folded back the other covers. A worn t-shirt, many sizes too big and stained with blood, covered the baby's body. Sarah lifted up the shirt. The teeny blue body was diapered with an old cotton scarf, knotted at the fringed corners. A small plastic bottle of water was wedged alongside. She pulled it out and held it up. "Look, John." Froze solid. He took it from her with a grunt. She carefully lifted the baby out of the basket and pressed it into her soft, full bosom. "Let's see if I can warm you up, baby," she whispered. Tears ran down John's cheeks as he looked at the lifeless form. The children who came to them were all needy, but this was the youngest and most pathetic he had ever seen. After a few moments, Sarah tucked her fingers around the left side of its chest to check for a pulse. Her eyes lit up. "John, I think I feel a heartbeat." John was skeptical. "Don't see how the critter can be alive with that water froze up." His voice was husky as he reached out to touch one of the little legs. "Seems like it's warming up, though. Don't that beat all?" Here ends the second reading from The Last Reunion, pages 5 and 6.
Hello, we are Daniel and Marianne Nussbaum, and we hope you have been enjoying these preview readings of our adventure novel, The Last Reunion.